Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adoornments Decor. How are you today? Today we're going to do something a little bit different. So usually on Tuesdays I go live, and what we do is I paint one of the new designs that we've released. But I had some extra cutouts at home here already cut out, and I thought, you know, let's try to shake things up a little bit. So I found this one, and it's a design that we released, I believe, last year, and it's a deer, and it says, "I would rather be hunting." But when I look at this, I don't think of hunting. I think of reindeer and Rudolph. And so I thought it would be really fun if we painted over these words and covered them up and added something Christmassy down here and turned this deer into a reindeer by adding like a Rudolph nose. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So this is one of the blanks that you can purchase in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com. It's called Rather Be Hunting. Jillian said, "Yay, I'm first." Hey, welcome, Jillian. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Priscilla. Y'all say hi. Tell me where you're from and where you're watching from as you come in. Hi, Danetta. Is everybody ready for Christmas? Hi, Carrie, watching from Mexico. Awesome. So here in Kentucky, a lot of you guys may have heard recently that we just had a major tornado come through our area this past weekend. And it came through Mayfield, Kentucky, and went on up to like Bowling Green, Kentucky and all that. I'm only like 20 miles away from Mayfield, Kentucky. So it came very, very close to where we live. But thankfully we are okay. We don't have any damage or any problems. None of my family members do, but we do know people who have lost their entire home. They're going to have to completely rebuild. They've lost everything. So I just want to tell you guys about that so you can be praying for them and thinking of them. Hi, does it say Shan from Mississippi? Welcome. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Nicole from Indiana. Is this one of your blanks? Yes, Tracy. This is one of my blanks from the Southern Adoornments shop. You can find it at shopdoorhangers.com. This is the 20-inch size. So we're going to paint over this. We're not going to paint it like a hunting blank. We're going to turn it into a reindeer blank. Yes, I am okay. The only problem we had was we were without power for about 36 hours, but in light of everything that people near me have lost, I'm not going to complain one little bit because it could have been so much worse. And I know there are people right now who can't even go home. They can't even climb in their normal bed. They have to sleep in a shelter or something like that. Brooke Riley from Refab, that is her hometown. She's perfectly fine. She, thankfully, the tornado did not hit her property directly. It kind of went, I guess, behind it. But I've driven past the area where it cut across the highway, and you can see a clear path where it came right across the highway and just kept on going. I mean, it's crazy. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Diana. And Priscilla says reindeer antlers are different also. Yes, but we're going to make this one look like a reindeer by adding, or we're going to make it look like Rudolph by adding a red nose. I think it'll be fun. And the original example of this one had red and black buffalo check in the back, but we're not going to do that. We're going to change it up because since I'm doing a red nose on Rudolph, I didn't want to do a red background. I was afraid that like the nose would get lost in all the red. So we're going to do the background with a green and then do some green polka dots, and we're going to make this look super Christmassy. So let's see, the green that I'm going to use is this Hauser medium green. It's a nice green that's not super bright. It's got a little bit of a muted sort of tone to it. Let's hope I've got enough of it. I think I've got some more somewhere around here. Good morning, Marla. We're going to start with a large flat tip brush, and I'm just going to get a little bit of water on it so that it's not super dry. The paint seems to slip off the bristles a little better when the brush is a little wet. So you don't want it to be super dry, or the paint will get in there and it'll stick and it just won't go very far. Good morning from Millington, Tennessee. Thank you for the thoughts and prayers. I appreciate it. You love my shirt, Kamika? This is, it says, "Have a Holly Dolly Christmas." I bought this at Dollywood last year when I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, rather. And that's Dolly's hometown. Got it at Dollywood. I just love Dolly Parton. You like this idea, Priscilla? So something I want to talk to you guys about is the event that we have coming up in Dallas, Texas next summer. I've been mentioning it here and there. Some of you guys have been asking when you can buy tickets. And guess what? The time is coming. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. you guys will be able to start purchasing your tickets to the Southern Adoornments live show. So look for a post here on my page at 9 a.m. If you want to get a text reminding you, please text me. My number is up in the video description. And I will text you first thing tomorrow and let you know when the tickets are on sale so that you can go and buy them. And so we have a limited number available. We're only going to have 200 spots. We've already started selling them to our Painters Clubhouse members. They got first shot at them. They started buying them yesterday. And so we've already sold some of them, but we've still got some left. And we're going to start selling them tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. It's going to be July 15th and 16th in Dallas, Texas. It's going to be 2 days of crafting and painting with me. Everything that you get, everything that you make at this event, you will get to take home with you. So if we do 12 different crafts, we'll be doing, I don't know exactly how many, but it'll be in the range of about 12. If we do 12 different crafts, you'll get to take home everything that you make from each one of those crafts. Hang on, I'm trying to think. I'm not going to be real careful painting around these antlers because I'm going to paint this deer brown, and the brown will cover our green. So I'm not going to worry too much about being careful around the lines. But it's July 15th and 16th next summer. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. You can come, you can paint with me. Everybody's going to get a swag bag. You'll get your name in the drawings for our giveaways. There will be vendors you can shop with. We're going to have a pajama paint party. There's also going to be an option. You'll have to watch for it because if you don't watch, you might miss it. There's going to be an option when you're checking out. If there's any spots still available, there will be an option for a VIP dinner that you can buy an extra ticket to. It's separate from your event ticket. It's kind of like a bonus or whatever that you buy on top of your event ticket to come the night before and have dinner with me and the Creative Club girls. If you don't know who the Creative Club girls are, you may know them but not realize they're the Creative Club. It's Heidi Easley, Casey Hope, Cindy Manley, Sarah Williams, Christy Hawkins. Did I say Casey Hope? I'm trying to remember who all I've said and who I haven't. But it's all of my crafty friends, and they are going to be there that night. So we'll have like a live Q&A panel. You can ask them questions about painting or their business or whatever you want. And you get to hang out and have dinner with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Somebody said, I want to come so bad. I'm hoping I can do the virtual ticket at least. I'm glad you brought that up. So if you cannot come to Dallas next summer, there is an option to purchase a virtual ticket. So you will have access to the private Facebook group where the event is going to be live streamed to. Corey says, I will be at the live show. So you'll get to meet Uncle Corey. Well, Corey, I'm glad you said that because some of the ladies in the Painters Clubhouse were asking me if you were going to be there. And I said, well, Corey will probably be there. I said, he'll probably be helping me manage the kids, if nothing else. And so they said they thought you would be a good babysitter if I take my kids with me to help keep up with the kids during the day while I'm busy. So, anyways, and we also joked that we could auction off dates with Uncle Corey since Uncle Corey is single. So, hopefully I don't embarrass you too much, Corey. Heather got her ticket. Awesome. Who else got their ticket? Is anybody else on here that's already purchased their ticket? I know several of our Painters Clubhouse members have. We haven't started selling them to the public yet, only to our Painters Clubhouse members. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central, you'll have a chance to buy your ticket. And definitely text me if you want to get on the text list. I will send out a text reminder tomorrow when they go on sale. There's only 200 spots, so once they sell out, that's it. Definitely need to get in while you can. You would love to do this, Michelle? Yay. Jennifer got her ticket. Awesome. Am I missing any questions, Aaliyah? I was trying to watch, but...
I'm catching up.
Okay, good. Hang on. I'm going to need some more of this color. I've got some more right over here. Michelle,
the virtual ticket is less than the
yes, the virtual ticket is less than the in-person ticket. You're fine with keeping up with kids and you don't get embarrassed. I think I can figure out a way to embarrass you. Like, you like to say you don't get embarrassed, but I bet I could if I wanted to.
He best not challenge us.
Yeah, don't challenge me. You want to paint, but you don't. Yeah. What kind of paint to start with? I use Decor Americana paints. They look like this. They're a craft acrylic paint. They're great for any kind of painting on wood that you're going to do. They also work for several other applications, but I mainly just paint on wood. So it's the Americana line. This one is Hauser Medium Green. By the way, if you want the supply list for this project that I'm working on right now, we usually each week send out a text to our texting community, and we give you a list of all the paint colors that we used along with a link to the video. It's all in a nice, neat little PDF that you can save to your phone or your computer. To get that, all you have to do is text the word list to my texting number. And Leah, will you put that in the comments? It is 270-207-9091. Thank you, Bessie. You love my nails. I've got Christmassy nails going on, but it's pink Christmas. I couldn't go with traditional. I had to go with something kind of crazy. Okay, I think we've got a good enough green coat on this, but let's dry it and see. Missy. No, what? Senior discount? Oh, no, we don't offer a senior discount, but we do offer a Painters Clubhouse discount. So if you're a Painters Clubhouse member, you get a discount. There's a special discount code inside the Painters Clubhouse membership site you need to go and copy and paste in when you buy your ticket. But that discount code expires on Christmas, so be sure and get your ticket sooner rather than later. We may even sell out before Christmas, so.
What size of the brush you're using?
The size of the brush I'm using. This one looks like it's probably 1.5 to 2 inches wide. It's one of my glitter brushes. It's coated in glitter and resin. So if you get the virtual ticket, you will get supply lists for all the project that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be live streaming all of the workshops into the private Facebook group, so you'll get to follow along with us. So along with those supply lists, we will have links where you can go to get the things if you want to make those projects. So you'll be able to purchase the blanks and stuff. Yes, this is a template in my shop. It's called Rather Be Hunting. It says Rather Be Hunting right here, but we're not painting it like a hunting door hanger. We're going to add a reindeer nose and turn this into a Rudolph door hanger. Okay, Jamie says it's a 1.5 inch flat. Thank you. I'm terrible at guessing measurements on things. I'm like, that looks like that's 1 foot long, but really it's like 18 inches. I'm terrible at guessing. So that's 1.5 inches. I really would have guessed it was 2 inches, but. Donna says, what did I miss? We are turning a hunting door hanger into a reindeer door hanger. And we're talking about the Southern Adoornments live show that's happening in Dallas next summer. Tickets go on sale at 9 a.m. Central tomorrow morning. Hello, Miss Amy. Welcome. Will the Facebook group be available forever to look back on? I can't say forever, but I would say for at least a year. At least 1 year. But I can't promise forever. Everything changes on Facebook too much to promise anything forever on Facebook.
That's true.
Mark Zuckerberg could completely get rid of Facebooks tomorrow, and that would not even, I couldn't control that. Okay, I need something flat to put my paint on for my sponge dauber. So let me grab, here we go, this will work. So even though I use my egg cartons to hold my paint, I always keep the lids, because you can use these when you need to be able to dip something bigger, because obviously this giant sponge dipper is not going to fit in that little egg carton. So I need something big and flat. So we're going to use this egg carton to do our polka dots. This is a really cool sponge dauber from Martha Stewart. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, you guys. I bought this a few years ago and I love it. It came in a 2-pack. This is the biggest one. It's a 3-inch dot. This is a slightly smaller one on the other side, and then I have one more that has 2 more sizes. So we're going to use this, and we're going to do some really big polka dots on this design. Okay, and I'm going to also use the Hauser Dark Green to compare and contrast, see the difference in the colors. So we're going to squeeze this out here in a big circle. Can the virtual be added to the website so we can see them forever? I don't know. We'll have to check into that. I don't think those are made anymore. I know, Donna. They need to, it's just foam. They need to keep making these. You love these daubers, Dawn? I do too. Sometimes you get lucky and find them on eBay. I'm an eBay shopper too. All right, so we're going to use the 3-inch size. If you don't have a sponge dauber like this, I'm going to recommend that you find a solo cup or something like that that has like a 3-inch or close to 3-inch size top, and you just trace it with a pencil and just paint it in with a brush, okay? But this is just a faster way to do that. Deborah says, I need that t-shirt. I got this one at Dollywood. You can probably buy it on Dolly's website. I don't know. Okay, so we've got it covered, but did you see how I wiped as much of it off on the edge of my egg carton as possible? You don't want it to be just completely covered or you'll have the bubbles, okay? So I'm just going to kind of do them halfway on and halfway off on the edge here. And if you don't get it perfect the first time, go again.
And you're twisting a little.
And I'm twisting a little. Good point. I forgot to mention that. So kind of give it a gentle little twist back and forth. They're not going to be perfect, especially with this big dauber. It's kind of hard to get them just right. But if you go kind of slow and don't get in a hurry, they'll turn out better for sure. There's a couple of them where I'm having a hard time getting a clean edge on them. Picking it up slowly, I feel like helps. So I'm daubing, pushing down with a little bit of pressure and turning, and then I'm just gently lifting up. I'm getting a better result that way.
Donna says to tell Decor they might have some pull.
Decor needs to start making these. I definitely need to tell them, huh?
Could you cut a regular sponge to use it?
I don't think so, because this sponge dauber is made of a really dense foam. It's not your typical sponge. So I feel like it would be difficult to get it to be thick enough to be able to be precise when you do it. I need to fix this one right here. Hang on. That's better. Okay, let me show you. Look how quick that was. We just whipped out a bunch of polka dots. They do have a little bit of a texture to them, but I don't care. When we're done, it's going to look awesome. Okay, I'm going to dry this. We're going to paint the banner down here red. The deer is going to be brown, and then we'll do a red nose. I'm going to go ahead and dry this little part down here so I can paint this red first. Okay. Let's give away some Happy Mail, shall we? What's our first question? We came up with some questions before we went live.
Do you do Elf on the Shelf?
Oh, yes. I need help with this one, you guys. Do you do Elf on the Shelf at home? If you don't, you can just say no. But if you do, give me an idea. What should my elf do tonight? Because all he's been doing is moving from spot to spot. He's not been real creative, which is weird considering how creative I am in real life. I think I'm just exhausted at the end of the day, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. Okay, let's see. What kind of red do I want to use? Let's use True Red. And we're going to paint the banner at the bottom with True Red. And if you will comment about your elf, if you use an elf, if elf lives in your home or if he doesn't, if you have any great Elf on the Shelf ideas, feel free to share them with me because I could definitely use some help. Sarah has 2 elves. Oh my. Is it easier or harder with 2 elves? Might be easier just because you could get them to do funny things together. Double the trouble. You're so glad you don't have that pressure. Your kids are grown. Yeah, I was complaining about it last night because it was my turn to move him, right? And I was telling my husband, I'm like, oh, that elf. And he's like, you're the one who started this. I'm like, I know. But if I hadn't started it, then my kids would be the ones who were like, why don't we have an elf, Mom? Everybody else has an elf. So there's the pressure to conform because everybody else is doing it. My kids are going to want to know why their house isn't special enough to have an elf. So we got to have one too. These are all first world problems. I completely recognize that. We are blessed for sure. But I definitely think we figure out and invent new ways all the time to make things harder on ourselves. The holidays are stressful enough without adding in more trouble. Okay, our winner is Miss Michelle Davis. Congratulations, Michelle. I'm going to send you some Happy Mail. All you got to do is send me your address. Email it to me.
Poop a Hershey Kiss in a cup.
Poop a Hershey Kiss. I love that. I'll have to see if we have any Hershey Kisses. I might have chocolate chips. They could leave little tiny poops. Oh, speaking of funny poop things, I was at Walmart the other day, and you know what I saw? You know the little pop-it things you can get on the 4th of July, the little snaps that you throw at the ground, and they like pop and make a little like firecracker sort of noise? They make those now for Christmas, and it's called exploding reindeer poop. And they're wrapped in brown paper, and you throw them at the ground, and the reindeer poop makes a pop. So my kids are getting them, of course. They're at Walmart. They were up front by the registers. Exploding reindeer poop. If you have kids that love poop jokes, they would love them. He should get into the toilet paper and roll it around the bathroom. He has taken the toilet paper before and strung it all over our entire house. And like TP'd our living room. He's done that before. But yeah, just stringing it out of the bathroom would be easy, because then I wouldn't even have to make a big mess with it. Okay, I think I may have to put a quick coat of brown or gray or something over these dots where I got over the edge of the banner, because see, they're having a hard time covering. So we're going to dry this shade of red first and then touch that up with like a primer. And instead of doing gray, I'm going to do like this toffee color, because it's similar to the color of the wood, and that would allow it to match the rest since I'm not primering the entire thing. What's the virtual thing? I'm at work. We're talking about the virtual ticket to the Southern Adornments live show. If you can't come in person to Dallas, Texas, you can purchase a virtual ticket. Tickets go on sale tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. Your boys love poop jokes. What boys don't? I even have a daughter who's 6 and she does. I love the idea of having an elf in the classroom. That would be easy classroom management strategy. Oh, Shan says no elf at her house. Hello, welcome. If you're watching from TikTok, tell me hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Definitely hit that follow button. We've been doing lots of paint pours on ornaments on TikTok lately. Put milk duds out as reindeer poop. That's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to switch to a smaller flat tip brush to just add that little bit of toffee down here on top of my red to cover. This will just allow the red to cover up better. It's like going back to the color of wood. And I'm only putting it on the areas where my green polka dots overlapped the red and kind of made a mess. I think that probably looks good. We'll dry that real quick. Watching from Ohio. Hi, Chelsea. Morganton, North Carolina. Mississippi. Have Elf read the Bible, definitely. Oh, and we could have him like, maybe like highlight the part that says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right, in Ephesians. That would be great. Totally should do that. Okay, now that this is dry, I can go back over it with the true red, and it's going to cover a lot better. I should have done that to start with, but I was too busy talking and didn't realize. Okay, and I think the whole thing's going to need a second coat of red, so we'll just go ahead and do that while we're down here. I'm putting it a little extra thick on top of my words because I can still see the words through the paint. And I want to paint over these so I can put something Christmassy. So I'm going to try to put the paint on extra thick right through here and kind of work it down into those etched lines that the laser left behind. So I'm kind of intentionally like putting extra paint and pushing it down into the etching so that it kind of disguises and camouflages those letters.
Annette loves your paint pour Christmas bulbs.
You like the paint pouring ornaments? A lot of people have been doing that lately. They've been buying the fluid fluid art, the ready to pour paints on DecoArt's website, and doing that at home with their kids. It's a great Christmas craft to do with your kids. I've even seen some teachers say that they've been trying it with their kids in their classrooms. I think we're going to do it with my nieces when they come to visit over Christmas. We'll do that with them. It'll be a fun project.
Donna wants to know if you can fill the etch lines with wood filler and sand it down.
I haven't tried that, so I'm curious myself if you can do that. Has anybody tried that? To put a little bit of like wood filler or maybe even like spackle on top of the etched lines and like sand it down and let it dry so that it covers the etched lines. I thought about trying that, but I didn't have time for that today. But I definitely am curious, so I need to test that for you guys sometime. Elf stole Barbie's car and wrecked it. He said he was unable to move for a few days. That's brilliant. So our elf got up on top of the ceiling fan and sat there, and then he didn't move for 2 days, and Charlie was really worried about him. But the day before that, he was on the cat tower, and the cat had touched him. So we told Charlie that he was recuperating because he lost some of his magic after the cat touched him. You never know. I mean, I'm pretty creative at coming up with excuses for why our elf didn't move. Somebody watching from Corpus Christi, Texas. How far is Corpus Christi from Dallas? We're doing an event in Dallas next summer. We were just talking about it earlier. It's going to be just January 15th and 16th. I almost said December. January. I just said January. July. Slow down, Tamara. July 15th and 16th next summer. Okay, I can still kind of see the words, so I don't know. Maybe I need to do one more coat of red to see if I can get them to cover up even better.
Kim Lewis says she's used wood filler.
You've used wood filler. Okay. Well, if this doesn't work very well, we may not paint over the words today. I may have to go back and see if I can cover them some other way and then fix it later. I'm going to put a third coat of red paint right here just to see if that's going to be enough.
Okay, could we edit the file before cutting so the words are removed or change to different words?
Yes, if you're creative with creating laser cutting files and you know how to like edit a file, you could ungroup the file to like separate the pieces, and you could go in and delete all the pieces that cut the words. You could totally do that. I just already had this one cut out, and so it already had the words on it. Otherwise, I could have removed the words. If you got the blank damp and filled with wood filler and then sand, I think that would work. Well, I'm going to let it dry like this, and if I can still clearly see the words, then we're just not going to paint words on it today. I'll have to add those later. I'll figure out a way to like sand it down or something. I don't know. I'll fix it. I can't read all of LaTanya's comment, but I think she's got a great idea for the elf. Okay, so let's pick a color for our deer. I'm thinking this sable brown might be good. It's a nice kind of light creamy brown. And we're going to use a smaller flat tip brush. This one's a DecoArt brush. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide. And we're going to use the sable brown, start up here at the antlers, and we're just going to paint inside the lines. So I'm not going to have to freehand any of this. It's already on here. And then I'm thinking we'll do a glittery red Rudolph nose. Give the elf the flu. Leave some crunched up tissues. Anything that causes my elf to sit still for a few days would be great. Oh, you're 6 hours. I forget how big Texas is. Even just to drive halfway across the state takes all day. Should we do some more Happy Mail?
We can.
What was our other question?
Does Santa wrap the presents?
Oh, yeah. I want to know, like, so I didn't even realize until I was grown that some people do it differently as far as Santa sometimes in some households wraps the gifts and sometimes he doesn't. So my Happy Mail question is, does Santa wrap your gifts or does he leave them unwrapped under the tree? Or does he do something else? Like, is there something special that he does when he leaves gifts at your house? Comment and let me know what Santa does. At our house, he wraps the gifts. Because I just love ripping into paper, so I definitely like to wrap them.
Let's do one over on TikTok on that one too.
Okay, we're also going to pick somebody from TikTok. So comment and let us know if Santa wraps your gifts or if he doesn't. And we're going to send some Happy Mail to somebody. We're going to pick somebody random. I'm turning this flat tip brush up on its edge to get in those narrow little spots for these antlers. Your mom always wrapped Santa's gifts in different paper than her gifts. That's what I do. I have special paper that is just Santa's paper. So Santa's gifts don't come wrapped in the same paper that everybody else's gifts are wrapped in. They're in special paper with his picture on them. Makes it easier for me too to remember which ones are from him. Unwrapped or he sets it up. Yeah, so Debbie, we gave our daughter Charlie a kitchen play set one year. And so we of course, and we also gave her a Barbie dream house one year. We went ahead and put that stuff together. But the other stuff was all wrapped. Okay, our Happy Mail winner is Susan Van Tassel. And then on TikTok, we have chosen Sam Thrall. So Sam, and Susan, if you will send us an email with your address, we will mail your Happy Mail to you.
I'm putting the email in the comments.
Some of them wrapped, or both of them special one doesn't get wrapped. I love that. We're planning on giving our middle son a guitar this year. He has been dying to learn how to play guitar, and his grandpa plays guitar. So we're hoping that grandpa can give him some lessons and teach him how to do it. None of us are very musically inclined, like me or my husband. Neither of us can really play an instrument, so it would be neat if one of our kids took up that ability. But if you have any tips for teaching an 11-year-old how to play guitar, I'm all for it. Let me know. If there's a great YouTube channel or something that we should be watching. He loves watching YouTube, so that might help. He watches YouTube too to learn how to draw things. He'll watch and kind of try to figure out how to learn how to do things like that. Oh no, I'm afraid that's going to happen to me. Somebody on TikTok said their daughter found them all in the closet. Yeah, mine are all in my closet right now. So I've got to put them in a black garbage bag or something and put them in the attic. Because right now I'm dangerously close to spoiling the surprise. I've never done different wrapping paper for each kid, but I've always thought that was a cool idea. That would definitely make it easier to tell whose is whose. Put a second coat on our deer here real quick.
Keith Urban has a teaching program.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Keith Urban has lessons?
Yeah, buddy.
I might have to take up guitar. If it was Dierks Bentley, I'd already be signed up. I love me some Dierks Bentley. I'm going to a Reba McEntire concert in January. My husband bought me tickets to go to this concert in March 2020 for my birthday. And then, of course, the entire country got shut down. The concert got, like, rescheduled, and it's been moved, like, 3 times since then. So I think this time it's finally going to happen. So we're going to get to go see Reba. And he bought some kind of special VIP package. So I'm actually going to get to, like, go backstage and meet Reba. It's going to be so fun. He, of course, is like, you need to paint Reba a door hanger. But, like, I don't know. What kind of door hanger would you make for a Reba? I need help. I need ideas. She is quite the performer. I've never seen her in concert, but I did see Reba at on Broadway in New York when she did Annie Get Your Gun. I got to see her on Broadway, but I've never seen her like in a regular concert. A horse for Reba, you think she would like that? I thought about doing something custom that said something about fancy or something like that on it, but I don't know. I've toyed with about 15 different ideas and I can't decide. All right, I think this second coat on the deer is going to be enough. And then we can start adding our finishing touches. Okay, while the deer is drying, I need to take a darker red and let's do this burgundy color. I need to do a darker red right here where the banner kind of folds inwards. You want it to look just a little darker. So I'm going to try this deep burgundy. Get a little angle tip brush and just paint in that little triangle. It's kind of like a little triangle underneath the edge of the banner. That's a darker shade of red. I got kind of carried away with my red paint. Got it a little too high up. Just so that it looks like a shadow on the bottom part of the banner. So I'm going to do 2 coats on that. I'm excited about it. It's in January. I think January 13th or something. I thought it would be fun to make like a door hanger for her dressing room that says like, keep out, Reba's getting fancy. Or knock, you better knock because Reba's getting fancy, or I don't know. I keep thinking of like all these little sayings and then I'm like, nah, that's cheesy. I talk myself out of it every time. A blingy guitar for Reba. Oh, I like that idea. I don't know, does she play guitar? I don't know if I've ever seen her play guitar. Okay, we're going to do our Reindeer Nose now. And I'm going to take this True Red and I'm going to mix it with our Glitter Base Coat Medium. If you've never seen me use this stuff before, it is magic. It's got like a little bit of a texture in it, kind of like a sandpaper texture. So you mix this with whatever color you're planning on doing glitter with. So I'm going to mix it with my red, just a little bit, because the red's going to be underneath my my glitter. And by mixing this with the red, it's going to give the red a gritty texture for the glitter to grab onto when I do the glitter next. It did lighten my red just a tiny bit, so, you know, just be aware of that. It is going to lighten the color. And I'm just going to hand draw a red nose on here. And it's probably going to take a couple of coats to get good coverage. A sparkly microphone with a cute quote. I like that idea. I'm going to have to go through all these comments and see which ones I've missed. I'm sure you guys have come up with great ideas. Oh, Sam is asking on TikTok where to email. Okay. Okay, let's do another coat.
Got her.
What's the gritty paint called? Oh, it's Glitter Base Coat Medium. You can find this at Deco Art. You can mix it with any paint color, and it gives your paint color texture so the glitter has something to grab onto when you're painting with a glitter paint. And it gets better coverage. So I'll demonstrate in just a minute just how great a coverage it does. And I'm doing 3 coats of this because I want this red to be really red. That way it's got a really great base coat. Oops. Fancy like Reba. I like that. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that, Donna. Okay, got it covered. Now we're going to get our red glitter paint. Let's see. I got a bunch of them over here. Let me pick one real quick. I was looking for one that's just solid red glitter. That's a red metallic. That might be pretty. Aha, Christmas red. Here we go. This is a Craft Twinkles color, and it's actually got like a tiny bit of silver and gold mixed into it, just a teeny bit. So we're going to do this on top of our red that has the gritty glitter medium in it. It don't look like it's completely dry. Hang on, I got to dry it just a little bit more. Okay, so let me kind of show you. Before I add the glitter, can you see the texture in the nose? I did it kind of thick, so it's got like a muted, gritty sort of texture to it. So now we're going to take our glitter paint, and we can paint it right on top of the nose, and we're going to get more coverage of our glitter paint. Sometimes when you paint with glitter paint, it feels like it just pushes the glitter around, and you don't get very good coverage. But with this glitter adhesion medium, it helps the glitter grab something, so the glitter can stay in one spot instead of just getting swirled around. Yeah, I was Googling Reba quotes the other day, Patty. There was another one that was really good. I can't remember what it said, but she's very witty with her words. She's got a lot of great quotes. Dolly's another one who has a lot of great quotes as well. Okay, I'm going to do one more coat of glitter on here just because I want it super glittery. This is the kind of glitter I like to work with. It's not messy. It's stuck in the paint. It can't go anywhere. Thank you, Pam. Okay, we'll let that dry naturally a little bit more, but look how glittery this is. It's very pretty, very glittery. Lots of sparkle. Okay, to me it feels like it's not done yet, so that must mean that it needs some outlines and some details. I'm going to try out again our new acrylic paint markers. These are from Artistro. Is it Artistro or Artistro?
I don't know.
I always want to say Artistro. Artistro. I've got Aaliyah laughing at me now. We're going to take, let's try the black. I've already got this one primed, but it's a 3mm thick paint pen. And we're just going to kind of like add some lines to accentuate the shape of the antlers and stuff. So I'm not perfectly tracing them, but I'm just trying to add just a little bit of black to kind of accentuate the lines, because to me they get a little lost sometimes with all the other details. Just helps them pop a little bit more. Okay, so there it is with the lines. See how it makes it stand out more? And then we can also add some lines down here to our banner to kind of make it, the lines, like the shape of it, stand out a little bit more. And I didn't make that line very straight, but it's okay.
Teresa Parker wants to know if you like them as well as your Posca.
I don't know. I don't know that I like them better than the Posca. but I really, really like them. So far, they're impressing me. I will put it that way. But I don't know if I like them better. I might like them the same, and they're a lot cheaper, so that's great.
They're American made, and it's a family-owned business.
Yes, they're American made for sure. Okay, my line across the bottom got a little wobbly, but that's okay. Okay, so should I go ahead and paint words over this, or would you sand it down? Because see, you can still, like, even you guys can see that in the background. I think it's probably going to be distracting to paint over it. You think? Because you can still kind of see it. Mm. Yeah. So I may have to sand it down or add like a little bit of wood filler and sand it down. So I'll try to make a video of when I do that and make it into like a TikTok video or a Facebook Reels so you can see how I fixed this problem. But I wasn't sure if I added like 3 coats of paint if it would cover well enough. But it's like you could barely even feel those etching lines, but they do show up when you go to paint over them. So which is a good thing, because when we paint, we definitely want to be able to still see the words through the paint so that we can paint the words on. But I don't want it to say rather be hunting. I want it to say like Merry Christmas or something like that. So somebody says sand and wood fill. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Where do you get your rounds? Missy, we sell them in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com. Dana says say slaying instead of hunting. I like that. Use your texture stuff and just paint words. Yeah, I suppose I could have painted this whole thing with a texture. That might have fixed it, you think? Like if I painted, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We're gonna stop here. Actually, let's add a little bit of an outline to the top part. I'm gonna step up to this big daddy here. It's the 7mm thick Posca pen.
Yeah, show it to them. They want to see it.
And okay. I'm gonna do just a little detail outline up here around the top. I like this nice thick one sometimes for certain things.
How do you display all your paint bottles? Do you have a bottle rack?
Yeah, I have. I'll show you in just a second. I have a little 2-tiered tray over here that rotates that I use. Oh, you can't see it that way. Let me see if I can pick it up. I can't. Y'all asking hard questions. Hang on. So on my craft desk, this is what holds all my paints. And it has a Lazy Susan on the bottom so it rotates. And it's heavy because it's full. And then over to the side, I have some floating shelves that are full of paint as well. Okay, I also feel like I need to add a few highlights with white or something. So let's get out a white one. And we'll just add some little accents on the antlers.
Annette thinks it needs an eye.
It needs an eye. We could do like an eye. I don't like painting eyes, but we could do an eye with like an eyelash. How about that? Like he's just like winking at you. Let's see. How about that? You like the little winky face?
I like that.
Okay, I will finish this one up later because I'm going to have to do some sanding and some work on it, and I didn't have all of that in here to do that for you guys on video, so I'll try to set up a camera and video myself fixing it. But I like it so far, and I feel like it also needs a little bit of white on the banner, which I can do kind of like on these areas. I just can't do it on here yet because I got to sand on that. So with a little bit of white on the banner, it kind of makes it pop and stand out a little bit more too. So thank you guys for joining me today. I will send out a supply list if you text the word list to the number up in the video description. I'm also sending you guys out a text tomorrow morning reminding you that tickets for the Southern Adoornments live show in Dallas, Texas will be on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. You like the eyelash, Kayla? Thank you. Is there anything else I need to remind them of? I think that may have covered it. All right, y'all have a great afternoon. I will see you next time. Bye, y'all. I can't find the end button. I hit the wrong thing.